Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be discussing a new what if. Imagine one of the most memorable moments in all of anime where Goku transformed into the legendary Super Saiyan for the first time. Now take that and include Son Gohan transforming into the form as well, and together they face the like of Frieza. In this scenario, what if Gohan and Goku became Super Saiyans on Namek when fighting against Frieza? How could this big change affect the entirety of Z? Also, I own a Discord for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe give out some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future I'll do them. Check it down in the link in the description down below. And before we get started, I just want to say thank y'all for the amazing support I've gotten from the last upload of the full series of What If Goku Never Stopped Training. It blew up like crazy, and I just want to say thank y'all so much. It means a lot, and I'm just genuinely surprised that a lot of y'all really enjoyed it and really liked the whole movie. So thank y'all. If y'all haven't seen it, there will be a title card right now on the top of the video. You can click on it and watch that later, or watch that right now and come back to this video later. Whatever y'all would like. But without further ado, let's dive into what if Goku and Gohan became Super Saiyans on Namek. The fighters celebrate after what they thought was the end of Frieza, with the use of the Spirit Bomb. But soon, Krillin's face turns from one into joy into one of fear, as everyone soon looks to see Frieza still alive. Frieza would set a death beam straight through Piccolo, and this would catch the full attention of Gohan, as he runs over to him as rage and anger fills his body, losing his mentor once again, after just being revived. Frieza would then go to explode Krillin as usual, and this would get Goku off guard, and he would also feel rage and anger. Together, and almost in a synchrony, they both begin to show their rage as their hair flashes yellow, their bodies shaking as the planet shakes from the two Saiyans flowing with immense power. Frieza stands there, stunned, seeing this happen to two Saiyans, and thinks to himself, if this is the legend he feared so much. They both yelled out as a golden aura engulfs their entire body as they both become the legendary Super Saiyan. Frieza is frozen, not being able to move, but soon that isn't the case. Gohan rushes Frieza, beating on him using all of his strength. Goku is caught off guard, with Gohan too gaining immense strength, but soon joins in, and together they bully Frieza. Goku wished Gohan wasn't fighting, with being worried about him having too much power at such a young age, but also that he wanted to face the challenge of fighting Frieza alone. This fight would be a massacre for Frieza, as he is just being tossed around by Super Saiyans, as when one strikes him and sends him flying, the other would send him flying back. Frieza wouldn't even get a chance to tell Goku about his full power, as he doesn't even have the time to speak. He notices that Gohan isn't as strong as Goku, and if he were in his full power, he could take him out easily. When Goku sends Frieza flying towards him, Frieza would try to send a death beam at Gohan, and Goku gets worried, but Gohan tanks the beam, feeling little to nothing, as he grabs Frieza by the tail and begins spinning him and slams him into the floor. Frieza would then yell, saying to let him go into his full power form, to give them a better fight. Hearing this, Goku wants to allow him to charge up, and Gohan would want him too. Now remember, this Gohan is equivalent to when he went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. Gohan has the same mentality as that Gohan, so Frieza would end up charging into his full power form, and once he did, he started fighting Gohan. And Gohan is now having trouble to fight against Frieza, as he is weaker than full power Frieza. So Goku would mainly fight Frieza, with Gohan going in as being a distraction for Frieza. This fight between Goku and Frieza would be somewhat similar, just with Goku having a lot more energy and an easier time against a much weaker Frieza. Porunga would return, and the same wishes would be granted, and Vegeta would have the chance to see not just one, but two Super Saiyans. He is stunned to see the child, half Saiyan, become the legend as well, and what's worse on Vegeta's mind is how that child became the Super Saiyan before him, and is left with his thoughts. Everyone would be teleported out of Namek, including Gohan, which he disliked a lot. On Namek, it would end up the same as in canon, but on Earth, however, things are totally different. Once everyone was brought to Earth, they could not ignore the immense power everyone felt from Gohan. Even Piccolo was in disbelief. The once kid, too scared to even fight back, is now one of the strongest people. Vegeta began yelling at Gohan, being very upset on how a son of a low-class warrior managed to become the legendary Super Saiyan, and would try to throw a blow at Gohan, but it did not faze him whatsoever. And with a strong pressure wave, he sends Vegeta flying backwards in immense pain. Gohan ends up powering down from exhaustion, as the rest would continue on. Gohan will wake up by his mother, as she was worried about him and really wanted him to get back into his studying, but once Gohan learned that his father wasn't coming back, he refused for now, and head back to find Piccolo. Once doing so, he asks him to continue training as he wants to grow stronger and learn that transformation he had back on Namek, and since his father is gone, it would be up to him to protect the planet until he returns, and they would begin their training. A year would pass until future Trunks would arrive. Also, everyone would sense his power and head towards him, being stunned besides the two fighters. Almost a bit too quickly, Gohan and Piccolo would arrive in front of Trunks, and this would even startle him as how strong this version of Gohan and Piccolo are. Gohan being close to Trunks' power level, and Piccolo, even though he is weaker, he is still much stronger than Trunks would have thought. Everyone else would arrive and notice a huge power increase from Gohan and Piccolo. Vegeta was getting a bit annoyed at how much stronger Gohan is. Trunks would explain that Goku would be arriving soon. This caught the eye of Gohan as he was happy that his dad would return, but also relieved that now he could go back into his studying, but the happy thoughts were soon cut short with Frieza and his father landing on Earth, but the major difference being that Gohan wouldn't be afraid to face Frieza. Piccolo would try to go too, but Gohan stopped him, saying he got this, showing a little bit too much cockiness. But Trunks follows him as Gohan questions if he can handle this strong of an opponent as Trunks smirks, saying he's just like Gohan. They both land and meet Frieza in King Cold. Frieza is happy to see the Saiyan child as he wanted revenge for what had happened on Namek. Gohan instantly went into a Super Saiyan form, as even to his own shock that Trunks did as well, as they both shock each other as Trunks thought Gohan turned Super Saiyan after this event, but he tried to not think about it too much. This caught Frieza and King Cold off guard as the half Saiyans rushed down Frieza's army and dealt with them without problem, and soon it was a 2-on-2. Gohan dealt with Frieza while Trunks was fighting Cold. Calling this a fight would be an understatement as Cold and Frieza didn't stand a chance against Trunks in canon, and now having Gohan being as strong as Trunks really meant they were screwed. Without a problem, the enemies were slain by the two half Saiyans, and everyone was stunned how a child and some random person managed to take out Frieza without a problem, as they would continue on waiting for Goku until eventually he arrived. Once he did, Trunks would tell him everything about the future threats of the androids and give him the hard medicine that he would need and would return to his timeline. Piccolo would give the rundown to everyone, and this would begin a training arc to prepare for the androids. Vegeta would still leave the planet as he has too much pride to ask either Goku or Gohan to help him become a Super Saiyan. As to be honest, if he asked Gohan during that 1 year, Vegeta probably could have at least transformed into a Super Saiyan once, but you know, oh well, Vegeta's pride is too much. Most of the training would be the same as normal besides Piccolo, Goku, and Gohan. Now that two of them are much stronger than in canon, and with Gohan having Super Saiyan, their training will be much more effective as a group. I can see that they are tapping into the different grades of Super Saiyan during these 3 years, and even Piccolo is growing strong enough to begin holding his own against the power of Super Saiyan. The 3 years would pass on quickly with all the Z fighters meeting up in South City. They would scout the city and Yamcha would still sadly get Yamcha'd. Goku would face Android 19 like in normal, and throughout the fight he would slowly begin to lose, as he still forgot to take his heart medicine. And when they start to see Goku losing, Gohan would step in, fighting 19. And with a slight rage boost and his Super Saiyan, he is more than enough to quickly manages to take out Android 19, using straight physical attacks. Dr. Gero would still fly away from the Z fighters, and when they were starting to chase Gero, Vegeta arrived to join the group, saying he watched the entire fight, but he just wanted to see how strong Gohan has gone throughout these 3 years. During these 3 years, most of the events would still lead to the androids being awakened and fighting the Z fighters. Piccolo and Gohan would work together to face off 17. Now both Gohan and Piccolo are stronger here in this timeline, and with them having better teamwork, they could give Android 17 a challenge until Android 18 finish off the other fighters, as they're the same in power as in canon. Once both the androids fight off against Gohan and Piccolo, things would end up bad as they would have a less chance of winning by doing a one-on-one fight. Once everyone is down, the android would leave and go find Goku. Krillin would give a senzu bean to everyone, and they would need to discuss a new plan on what they need to do. Piccolo will still go to have a conversation with Kami about fusing, and Gohan would want to follow him because he would want to be useful rather than sit around and do nothing. Trunks is still confused on why Gohan has Super Saiyan much sooner than what he knew from his Gohan. Vegeta would leave on his own, and instead of Trunks following him, he stays with Gohan. They discuss that they would follow Piccolo to see if there's any way for them to grow stronger to face off the androids. Once they arrive at the lookout, Piccolo and Kami have the discussion on what to do about the androids, while Gohan and Trunks talk to Mr. Popo and learn about the time chamber, which they would decide to go in for just about a month, which would be 2 hours in the outside world. They will go in and try to do the best they can to grow any stronger, mainly just do some sparring and grow with Zenkais, but with Gohan's potential he would definitely see better gains than Trunks. While they are in there, Piccolo and Kami still hesitate on the decision until they start sensing what is going on in the cities, with people starting to disappear, until they finally decide that they will fuse together, as currently he's the best chance they got in fighting the androids and now this mysterious creature. With Trunks and Gohan being away, Bulma would end up sending the 3 humans to go investigate Gero's lab and find a way to blow up the androids, and would come across the time machine as well. Piccolo, after fusing with Kami, would become the nameless Namekian and then head towards the strange key that they sense. Arriving at an empty city, they look around until they see a bug-like creature coming out of the shadows, to be revealed that it is Cell. And that's where we're going to leave it off for there. Tell me what you think about the first part and how it did with the rest of the Namek arc. How would Gohan having Super Saiyan early affect the Cell sagas? How does this affect Vegeta and his character with having a child become a Super Saiyan before him? What about Trunks coming from the future? How does this affect his relationship with Gohan now, and now that they're spending more time together in training? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next part. See ya!